Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features a very dangerous offense. The Vikings rank in the top 10 in total offense, and they go up against the Panthers defense that will need to be at its best. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, it's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Tyreek Hill on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. First carry now. This is Johnson. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's at the 40. 20. 10. 5. Touchdown, Vikings. David Johnson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. First quarter touchdown run. Remember this coming on the heels of his NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance that was so great last week.
Did you feel the rumble all the way up here?
The big bodies up front.
Big bodies moving people, and him, of course, charging through those great holes that were created.
So off to a great start here. Maybe looking for award number 2, adding to the award that he won last week in the NFC. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And just like that, it's 3rd down. So still in search of the first down after that last completion. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. great play there off the end. Question, Charles, in a 4-3, you hear about the D tackles a lot. What's the role of the ends?
What they want to do is control the edges of the defense. And you always hear about an offense talking about setting the edge in the running game. Well, the defense wants to do exactly the same thing. And the defensive end, often against an offensive tackle, sometimes a tight end, they can't let themselves get a hook and let a running back get outside. Because if they do that, that hurts the integrity of the defense overall.
My man, the encyclopedia. A good effort there from distance, but he might have needed a little more help from the air conditioning behind him on that one.
It probably would have helped. This is awfully close to getting there. It was right on target, but it winds up being just a little bit short.
And now let's look at David Johnson. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mental.
David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Vikings. David Johnson with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On second down, McCaffrey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead.
And the rush coming, and he's taken down. Joey Bosa. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
It's taken on the 25. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. David Johnson now gears up to help lead this offense back on the field. So officially now a 1,000-yard campaign for him, but I don't think he's going to take his foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, it's one of those thoughts, though, that creeps into your mind because there is a little mini celebration over on the sidelines. Everybody, hey, job well done, over 1,000 already. But guaranteed, as you noted, someone's jumped in that huddle and said, a lot more to be done, guys. Let's not, would you say, take your foot off the pedal? Let's not do that right now. But there is that possibility as people can get self-satisfied. The greats do not. We'll find out what he's made of.
Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. On is the punter, King, to send it away. They'll halt play here for an injury as Christian McCaffrey is slow to get up. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. Now Newton on first down. And some room to work. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. They'll run it here with Smith. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. They go back to the ground with Smith. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So back-to-back plays here where he couldn't get anything on the ground. Now you face a 3rd and 10 and assume you're going to try to pass it, right?
I would think so, because you've tried to run the ball, and really it didn't matter who got the ball in the play because there was no space to go. So I think you step back, throw the ball to try and pick up the first down.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he's got room. And avoids the contact by sliding. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Play fake here on first down. Man open right side. It's the tight end Clay. 11 more on that one and another first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion. From the red zone now, Newton. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Newton now to throw. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up 4th down. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. So that will push him back.
And now we know why he had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They pitch it out to Johnson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
And now running right through it. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Here's Wilson. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mario Addison. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You want some explanations.
Now it's Newton finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Now the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now let's look at David Johnson. You start prorating these rushing numbers and looking ahead, he could be on pace for a 2,000-yard season. I don't want to jinx him, but what a year to this point.
What you just did.
Sorry.
That's okay. No, he can overcome that.
I'm not apologizing to you.
No.
Okay.
I like your attitude. But you're right. What's got to happen for it to actually occur? Offensive line has continued blocking the way they've been blocking. He has to stay healthy. But also, it's not just the idea that he's going to run the football, but you got to run it against numbers that dictate you throwing the football. Sometimes when you have 6 to block and you only have 5 guys, you've got to block them in.
David Johnson on his way. 30, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Vikings. David Johnson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. And this is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Off play action. Newton. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On first down, it's Newton. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Newton to throw. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does, where a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
And his kick here is good. And high fives for that one, as that drive ends in 3. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good, because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Wiggles free. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Again, it's Johnson. And some space here. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Let's get to it. These teams are out and ready to go. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up second down. On the carry, here's Smith. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On the ground, this is Smith. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around, not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
And he is knocked down from the side at the 2-yard line.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Second down, the ball on the 2 here. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are a 2-point conversion away from tying up this football game. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. That's caught. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. The first down carry here for Johnson. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one, and that'll make it third down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. Now it's Wilson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
It's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and we will remain tied here in this third quarter.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now Cam, option left. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Quarterback's starting to get a really big-time reputation as a pass rusher, and rightly so. So explosive off the edge getting to the quarterback. But he doesn't neglect his run duties as well. How about that tackle right there? Such a package he has.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Luke Kuechly able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll be fourth down.
But that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They go to Johnson again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. The Vikings on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And some room to maneuver. This is caught. It's Cooks. And oh, at the end of it, he stripped. Ball comes loose. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1 yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well. Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. David Johnson punching it in from a yard away. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's David Johnson who provides the capper as he scores on the touchdown run. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now onto the field. Here come the Panthers. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them there on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. first down throw for Newton. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot or running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. David Johnson now gears up to help lead this offense back on the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On third down, Johnson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at a fourth down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Oh, they come after him, and it's blocked. It's picked up, and this is a live ball, remember. And they will wind up having the football inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Well, they need a touchdown here in the fourth in a one-score game, and that block punt, that really helped.
And it doesn't matter whether it was schemed that way or someone made a great individual effort or there was a breakdown. They got exactly what they needed. And right now, in this field position, they've got to be in attack mode on offense.
He's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. Cam trying to rally his guys to the line as quick as he can. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up fourth and long. He'll look to throw. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And now out comes Minnesota. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue. Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. A toss, left side, Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Fresh set of downs here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They toss it out right to Johnson. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. On second down, Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face a third down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. They're going into the final play in this game. They knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair. Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot. So for the Vikings, they pick up win number 4 on the campaign as they emerge victorious here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.